Well. Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. What's going on? Happy Friday, you motorsuckers. Happy Friday. Was it um Feliz Viernes? Happy Friday? Something like that. Hey, happy Friday, fool. See, this it? Yep, this is the first one. You never forget your first, right? Yes, I'm talking to you, Game Hinge Patriot. You remember you? You remember? 1776. I thank you very much. So, shout out to all the members in here. Heidi, Spun Bear, J954. Who else? Mike Herrera, Oscar Gonzalez, Mousy. What's up? What's up? Who else? I want to say what's up to all the members in here. If you want to be a member, if you want to be at the cool kids table, so possible. Like, bam! Remember the dudes on In Living Color? Funky Finger Productions. He's all, you know what? I'm fresh out. He asked for a card. You know, I'm fresh out. Bam! Here it is right here. Don't mind that. My number's the one in crayon. But this is what you give, and this is what you get. Become a member today. Be one of the cool kids. Justin Desroches. Good to see you in here. Good to see everybody. Everybody. Welcome. It's a safe space for all. Even the leftist turds, come on in. We accept you. We'll do our best to help you see the light. Blinded by the light. Somebody, the Hectic Hawaiian, what's up? She said, Jericho. Aloha. Have a great show. Thank you. I hope so. Wheezy, I see you. And the Hectic Hawaiian. We're making plans to go back to Hawaii, to go back to Kona, where we went 2 years ago. That's also where my wife and I got married. So we're making plans to go back, I think in November. So if you got any insight, hook me up. Brian King, B. Falcon, what up? Scott Calais. All y'all. Brett, Rome 13. All you usual suspects. Sure appreciate it. And the new suspects. You new here? If this is your first live, oh boy, what a day you chose to be here. Because you know exactly what we're going to talk about. DJ John T, what's up? Mike Nelson, what up? You know exactly what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about something that's unprecedented, something we've never seen before. Fred Ferguson says he's a newbie. Well, welcome, Fred. I will be gentle. We're going to talk about fucking something we've never seen, something we never want to see again, something that feels weird and awkward and embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing on a national level and on an international level. This is some third world country bullshit. This is the kind of shit you see in the countries where they send the t-shirts of the team that didn't win the championship. Because they print up both. For whatever team wins, they print up the t-shirts. For the one that doesn't win, we got to do something with them. So you'll usually see some child soldier wearing that t-shirt hanging off the back of a Toyota for some reason. How does Toyota always end up as the vehicle for some third world regime? Holding an AK-47 that's as tall as him. That's a t-shirt he's going to have on. So that's what kind of country you see this kind of bullshit in. Oh, Fred Ferguson, don't you worry. The F-bombs will fall. Everybody get in your bomb shelters because I'm dropping F-bombs all day. Chris Haga, hope that's how you pronounce it, Haga. This is my first live. All right, well, strap in. Strap the fuck in. Because And it's happening in New York, New York City, New York City, New York. So what happened? The grand jury, and I found this out. This broke at the end of my live yesterday, so I didn't have the time to get into it, nor did I have the I haven't read about it, I haven't watched any videos about it, so I wanted to wait until I did that before I talk about it. Lori Ann, what's up? Good to see you in here too. Yeah, Joe, New York is a shithole, and it used to be our crown jewel, one of our crown jewels. But the liberals said, "What? No, let me go ahead, go ahead and fuck this up. Let me go ahead and make this a fucking festering wound." Thank you, Leonard S. All the Dems puppets will soon start beginning every Trump report with something like the criminally indicted former president. You know, I said something like that. I said a couple videos ago that all they need is that mugshot. That's it. That's all they need is that mugshot. All they need is that footage or that picture of Trump being perp walked, Trump in cuffs. Now, chances are they're going to get Trump, the Trump mugshot, because he's been indicted. He's going to be charged. They're going to bring him in. I don't know if they've set a date for when he's going to turn himself in, but they're 99.9% sure that they're going to get that mugshot. And that's all they need. That is the final piece to the puzzle. That is the catalyst. That is the final ingredient. Because truth has no place here. They're not worried about facts. They're not worried about what really happened. They're not even really worried if he committed a crime or not. They just want the image. Because how does the left win? They win with an emotional topic and repetition. That's how they win. There are enough dummies out there to take that as gospel. There will be no further research. There will be no homework. This outlet told me this about him, the man I already hate, and I can't tell you why, but I hate him. That's all they need. They will march. Lead me to your voting booth. I will fill out the box next to the Democrat, no matter what. That's all they need. And I don't want to see that image. I don't want to see that image of Trump having a fucking mugshot. This isn't just Trump anymore. This is a former president of the United States of America. We don't do this shit. This is beneath us. Yes, I believe we're a better country and we're better people than a lot of other countries. Yes, we are. We don't do this shit. We don't weaponize our justice system to take out a threat to a political party. You just got to be in danger. If you're not doing your job and this dude is coming in hot and he's fucking your whole shit up, you got to do something about it. It's like Tom Brady. Oh, Tom Brady's always in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady, the Tuck rule that happened 20 fucking years ago. If you don't like him, beat him. If you don't like him having Super Bowl rings spill over to his second hand, then beat him. Beat him on the field. You don't like Trump. You don't like what he says. You don't like his policies, even though we do as a people. But if they don't like it, beat him. Legally, within the rules. Shout out to my man, Right Winged Angel. He says, what up, JG? What's going on, Oscar? Oh, Oscar. I just saw Oscar Gonzalez's name. Oliver. Shout out to my man, Right Winged Angel. When I'm doing a story or something, or I got a clip, there's a good chance it came from his Instagram. I always say shout out to my man, Right Winged Angel. This is him right here. Check out his YouTube channel and his merch. I'm a huge fan of his merch. That boy can design. And I know he has some good content up about the very thing that we're talking about here. So please check out my man, Right Winged Angel, a.k.a. Oliver Mack. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate your presence. Thank you for being here. Oh, we got to find some moments to laugh at this shit. Yes, mental medalist wife. Thank you very much for the Hamilton. Supposed to happen Tuesday at 2 p.m. and no handcuffs. At least that's what they say. Okay. And you notice when they dropped that shit, that was later in the evening. On the East Coast, that was like what, 5:30, 6 o'clock that they announced that. And right before that, they were saying that the grand jury was taking a month off. So how do you go from taking a month off to the next day indicting a former president of the United States? And it's a very flimsy case. What we hear about most, Stormy Daniels, the porn star, the payment, blah, blah, blah. But there's some other shit in there too. I believe there's some stuff about some illegal documents, building permits, shit like that. We're gonna read some articles and figure this shit out and figure out what has he allegedly done that is bad enough that a former president of these United States has been indicted. This is no lightweight shit. And of course, the left is loving it. We got him. And if and when he's not found guilty or these charges are dropped, it doesn't matter. Once they have that mugshot, nothing else matters. They can get that mugshot, come out the very next day and say, you know what, we were wrong. He didn't do shit wrong. He was right, we were wrong. They can do that, and it won't mean anything because that image is already out there. What do they say about a lie? It travels the world while the truth is still getting out of bed. Some bitch. So that's exactly what they're going to do. And that's probably their plan. We just get this photograph and then let him go. It don't matter. But what about, it doesn't matter. We have the image that we need. We have the image and we have the dummies who are going to believe it. Case closed. But this is some really, really wild shit that we've never seen before. We don't do this shit. But this is one thing we do. Yes. That's right. Yes, the Hectic Hawaiian, thank you for becoming a member of Green Nation. Cool kids, you know what you got to do. Trays up, scoot it down, scoot it, slide down. We got another one. Thank you very much, Hectic Hawaiian. And it is going to be a very busy comment section today. It always is. But today is going to be a little extra because people are pissed, rightfully so. This is not some shit that we are familiar with in any way. It doesn't matter what age you are. You've never seen in America like this. Never. So because it's so busy, I do recommend if you have something you really want to say, put it in super chat form. That way I'll definitely read it. But these comments are going to be flying today because, you know, that's what we do. That's the kind of comment section I got. These people are smart. Thank you, Spunbearing65, for the Hamilton. And he says, this proves Biden handlers know he's washed up and finished. Desperation is a coward's way. It is. It doesn't look good on anybody, especially our legal system, if you want to call it that. Is it still that? Can we still call it that? A piece of shit. Hold on here. I gotta make sure I set a reminder because I gotta pick up my son and his friend today from school. So, you know, gotta kind of be there for that. So I will. Okay, we got that one. I just want to make sure I get all these supers in here. Super. Thank you, Justin Desroches, also a member. He says he shouldn't go to New York. Make them go to Florida and try to take him. Yeah, DeSantis came out saying he's not going to cooperate with them. There'll be no extraditionary cooperation. They're not going to send him up there. But I'm sure he'll go. And when he does, of course, they can't do it in New York City. Are you fucking kidding me? So I don't know, upstate New York or something like that, but definitely not New York City. But it doesn't matter where. This shit shouldn't even be happening. This shouldn't even be something that we're dealing with. This is weird. This is foreign to us. This is some shit we read about in the newspaper and shake our heads and thank our lucky stars that we live here. Well, now the shit is here. Now the shit is here. When they're all in concert with each other, the mainstream mediocres, elected officials, even some Republicans. How come there aren't politicians on both sides of the aisle saying this shit is wrong? How come we don't have some familiar faces who are usually sacks of rancid dog shit come out and say, you know what? I hate that son bitch, but this is wrong. I know I said this about Trump. You know I'm no fan of his, but this is wrong. We have to have a common ground. We have to believe that fire is hot and puppies are cute. Can we all agree? There's some things we have to agree on. They can't agree on this being wrong. Now, of course, it's great when any politician comes out and speaks against a travesty like this. But in a situation like this, we need to hear from some new voices. We need to see some new faces saying that this is some bullshit. We got to draw the line. They're loving it. They got him. Was the juice worth the squeeze? I don't think so, but they got him. That's all they care about. They got their precious. They got their orange precious. Sons of bitches. We're just a minor inconvenience. Strange history with Scott Cardinal. What up, Scott? Good to see you in here, man. I appreciate it. He says Trump's enemies are amazed that nothing keeps Trump down. They've never experienced anyone like him before, and it terrified the fuck out of them. I think so. We all know that Trump, again, thank you, Scott. We all know that Trump is an anomaly politically. We all know that nobody's seen anything like him before. And I voted for Trump, and the first time, and when he won, I couldn't believe it. Even though I voted for him and I love his message and I love the policies he was going to enact, for a while, I couldn't believe that Donald Trump was president of the United States. Let's be real. But he did a great job. But people on both sides need to be saying, this is some bullshit. Come on now. I thought the adults were in the room. I thought the adults came back in the room. I thought when they put Sloppy Joe in there, we got the sophomoric, Animal House frat boy out of there. So we're going to restore some order. We've never seen such disorder. This is their version of order? Shit. The disorder is going to be real bad because their version of order is fucked up. Game Hinge Patriot, thank you for another 1776. He said this will open a portal to arrest more politicians. Watch. For sure. Trump is definitely the initial, the first, the alpha of politicians to take down. And what better politician to take down first but their biggest adversary? That's going to send a message to the rest. If they can weaponize it and take down somebody that they know a good chunk of America wants, what do you think they're going to do to somebody that America doesn't even know? Some senator, some governor, some congressperson that they're going to have in their pocket. They're going to have them by their short and curlies. Look what we did to him. You saw what we did to him. What do you think we'll do to you? And even if they arrested or indicted the right politicians, the ones who are really scumbags, I don't know, a Clinton, a Biden, something like that, even if they got one of them, I still wouldn't want it to be like this. This would be like you win, but you cheated. It's the same feeling as sneaking in your parents' room and looking at your Christmas presents early. And then Christmas morning comes and you got to fake like you're excited. It's a bad feeling. And that's what this shit's like. They don't care. They got what they wanted. Fuck you, little people down there. When two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers. And we're little blades of grass. They're stomping all over us. They got their man. It doesn't matter how they got him. It doesn't matter if they cheated. It doesn't matter if they created a bunch of bullshit. And it doesn't matter if he walks. They got him. Mission accomplished. J954, thank you. Rep in Florida. Thank you for the Hamilton. He says, praise be to the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle. He is my loving God and my fortress, my stronghold and my deliverer, my shield, in whom I take refuge. Click, clack. I hear you, J954. I hear you, and I understand. And it's a weird, awkward feeling to have that be the case. That this is what they're pushing people toward. You're telling us that doing the right thing and fighting for us is bad. It's worthy of prison. You're telling us that there's no hope. You're telling us that no matter what we want or what we say, you're going to do what you want to do. And if there's somebody that the people want, if there's a champion of the people, you will smite him. You will take him down. Not fair and square, not the right way, not legally, but by any means necessary. Whatever it takes. Fuck it. Who's going to say something? The mainstream mediocres? They used to be the watchdog. Now they're the lapdog. They help to push this narrative. They help to push the J6. What they did to Trump is worse than J6. It's worse than July 6th. And I know we have some new people in here. The reason I call it July 6th is because that's what Biden said. Biden said July 6th was worse than the Civil War. Now, of course, he meant January 6th, but his brain is filled with Quaker oatmeal. So he can't make coherent thoughts. He can't speak properly because his brain had 3 aneurysms and an embolism. So, of course, he's going to get shit wrong all the time. But he said it was July 6th. This is worse than that. You mean to tell me that day in early January 2021 where they moved the barriers and opened the doors and welcomed everybody in from the cold? You mean when they gave Jacob Chansley a tour of the facility? This is way worse than that. This sets a much worse precedent. These motherfuckers, man. Jane Delaney, I thank you very much. She says the weak, like Biden, are the most dangerous. They are. They're a Wolverine in a trap in a corner. They will do anything. They're desperate. You know what desperate will make you do? Imagine if you were starving. If you are literally starving. You haven't eaten in days, and there's a food truck right there. They got some tacos on the little windowsill there for somebody to pick up. You're starving. That'll make you do shit that you wouldn't normally do. This is it. You're in survival mode. Life or death type shit. I remember watching this show, I Survived. Boy, that show is fucked up. If you have any faith in humanity, watch that show and it will soak all of it up. You will have none by the end of the episode. But all of them aren't stories of people doing horrible things to other people. Some of them are people getting in accidents. And this one guy, I think it was in Nebraska or something, somewhere in the Midwest, he was growing corn, and he didn't do what he knew he was supposed to do. He cut a corner. He tried to do something he wasn't supposed to, and his glove got caught in the machine. And the machine, I think it was a machine that shucks the corn. So it's pulling it in there. So it grabbed his glove and pulled his hand into the rollers of the machine. So he did something. He was trying to hit, so he was like taking his shoe off and is throwing it. He did something, and the dry grass underneath the machine, it overheated or something, and it caught the grass on fire, which caught the machine on fire. So now the dude's arm is in a machine, and he's up on the steps. He can't jump down because his arm is like now up to here, stuck in the rollers of the machine, and he can't pull it out, and the machine's on fire. So if he doesn't move, he's going to burn to death. So what does he do? He takes out his pocket knife and saws into his arm. And he talks about the first cut when he went through his tendons, how he almost passed out from the pain. But he cut through his arm, and then he broke his arm and jumped up and down and worked it back and forth until he broke his arm, took his arm off, and got free. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't do that to yourself. But in a life or death situation, I stay here and burn, or I take my arm off and live, He said he was thinking about his wife and his kids and how stupid he felt because he did something he knew he wasn't supposed to do. He knew he wasn't supposed to put his hand in that damn machine. And all that's going through his mind, and he's thinking, I have to save myself, self-preservation. It's almost like he wasn't in charge, and his brain was like, shut the fuck up, I'll do it. Hand, grab the knife. Arm, hey, here we go. Survival mode. That's what they're in. Why do you think they're doing shit like this? Why do you think they're indicting a former president for the first time in the history of our country? They've never been threatened like this before. This motherfucker was a problem the first time. What do you think he's going to be the second time? They can't take that chance. But we like him. Shut the fuck up, American people. We don't care about you right now. But his policies were good for me, and I was doing. American people, say one more word. Right? You guys stop me when I'm lying. You guys type in here, Jericho, stop lying, and I will. I promise. I won't fucking lie to you guys. Old sweet Dick Malone. You're a wild boy, man. Thank you very much. 5-6, of course, not $5, not $5.99, but $5.69, dude. Some love from Dorchester, Mass, aka Ghetto Haven, Massachusetts. I feel you, man. I'm here in California. We could talk about being overtaxed all day. There'll be a whole bunch of tears in our beer. And don't you have that fake Indian up there, Jokahanis, the squaw with diarrhea of the jaw, Elizabeth Warren? Oh, remember that video she made with her husband? Hey, honey, you want a beer? Ew, you don't drink beer. Oh, so awkward. That was so awkward. Ugh. Hey, honey. Hey, there, lover. Want a beer? Ugh, shut up, woman. I wish I wish there was a reservation we could send you to. Because that would be great for us all. DM, thank you. JG, we need to wake up Americans. Thanks to you, Diamond and Silk, B. Tatum, Candace, Larry Elder, for getting Americans who happen to be Black on board. Trump 100%. Hey, thank you. I'm glad I could be of help. Shout out to B. Tatum. I was on his live last night with Black Conservative Perspective and Bryson Gray, who is big time in the music. He does rap, but keeps it clean. It's Christian rap, but he's up there, topping the charts. Bryson Gray, check him out. I got to hear with him. I also met him last year at the Uncle Tom 2 premiere, and I got to meet Larry Elder. So that was hella cool. Tammy A, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Tammy A. And thank you for the $5. She says, talk about trumped up charges. Love you, JG, and the chat family. I'm finally in my new house. Good for you. Down in Florida, right? Florida. Good for you. Isn't it nice to be moved in? Now you can take your time, unloading the boxes and everything. Now you got everything, in the house. Once you got everything in there, it's like, all right, cool. Now I can take my time. I'm going to be here for a while. And when you finally get it done, you stack up all them damn boxes. You're like, shit, is that many boxes? Feel you. Brendan Gerzalak, what up? Thank you, man. It says t-shirt idea. If Trump gets a mugshot, put wanted above the photo and underneath put back in the White House. That's a great idea, man. You're going to see a lot of that stuff. There'll be a lot of free Trump type shit. I might come up with some stuff of my own, but that's just crazy, man. It really is. This doesn't happen to us. This is some third world shit that's beneath us, and it just doesn't happen here in America, or I should say it didn't happen before. And yes, very true. J954, thank you, man. He says, DM, don't forget about Colin Noir and Jesse Lee Peterson. Yeah, I've never met Colin, but I did meet Jesse Lee Peterson. Cool dude. Nice guy. Great to talk to him. Tim Starr. Thank you, man. He says, don't you think Trump just needs to smile big and give a thumbs up in his mugshots? I hope he does. I hope he gives a biggest smile just to let him know. Because, that picture's going to be everywhere. So you might as well, give him one last thumb in the eye before they get their picture circulated. And yeah, give him a big smile. Just like that. Like if I was him, I'd smile. I'd do whatever I wanted. I'd be like, fucking pig nose. I'd do all kinds of shit. What are you going to do? Fucking former president of the United States. You ain't going to do shit to me. But yeah, that's some bullshit, man. So let's make sure I got them all. Don't leave anybody left out. No super chat left behind. No super chats left behind. Let's see. Go. So here we go. Donald Trump has been indicted following an investigation into a hush money payment scheme. Here's what we know. Former President Donald Trump's indictment by a New York grand jury has thrust the nation into uncharted political, legal, and historical waters and raised a slew of questions about how the criminal case will unfold. The Manhattan District Attorney has been investigating Trump in connection with his alleged role in a hush money payment scheme and cover-up involving adult film star blah, blah. Who gives a fuck? Though the indictment, which has been filed under seal, has yet to be unveiled. And why is that? Why are you not forthcoming with this information? What is it being charged with? When are you going to take him into custody? And what can we expect to happen? And why are you pursuing something that was a misdemeanor? Not to mention the accuser has recanted her story and the statute of limitations have run out. So why do you have such a hard-on for Donald Trump? Why are you doing this? Why are you not forthcoming with this information? Under seal my ass. This needs to be out. This needs to be open to the public, and we need to know what the fuck you are doing these things for, because it's never been done in our nation's history. So you might have some splenito dolose. Though the indictment, which has been filed under seal, has yet to be unveiled, Trump and his allies have already torn into Bragg and the grand jury's decision, blasting it as, quote, political persecution and election interference at the highest level in history. Yes, that's what it's all about. Like Biden says, make no mistake, like I do every second of every fucking day. But make no mistake, it is not for the preservation of our democracy or the sanctity of It's not about none of that shit. They don't care about you, New York City, and they damn sure don't care about us, America. It's to stop Trump from being president again. And that is not a good enough reason to do anything, federal government, District Attorney of New York. To stop an opponent, you can't do that. That's third world commie shit. That's brown shirt, banana republic, bovine fecal matter. That right there should be loading the back of a bull and shit in a river. What's the indictment for? Let's see. Trump faces more than 30 counts related to business fraud in the indictment. CNN has reported, and it remains under seal. So we still don't know. 30 fucking charges, but we can't tell you. That's a lot of charges. That's a lot of charges. Those all can't be big charges. There's got to be some parking tickets or some bullshit in there. The former president is expected to be arraigned in Manhattan criminal court next Tuesday around 2:15 Eastern time. Two sources with knowledge of the matter tell CNN. And this is CNN.com, so you know it's true. The investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office began when Trump was still in the White House and relates to a $130,000 payment made by Trump's then personal attorney, Michael Cohen, to Daniels in late October 2016, days before the 2016 presidential election, to silence her from going public about an alleged affair with Trump a decade earlier. Trump has denied the affair. Which charges are possibly at play? Well, before I go into that, Stormy Daniels thing, number one, Michael Cohen wrote a letter to his attorney stating that he paid the money with personal funds. So that right there, it's a wrap. That right there should shut all this shit down. It's over. Not to mention, statute of limitations has run out. That's the safety net. Number one, he said he did it. Safety net, statute of limitations have run out, means you can't do shit to me. Even if he were guilty, you can't pursue it. Or that's what it used to mean. Which charges are possibly at play? Because we don't know for sure because the bullshit is sealed. A target in the probe has been the payment made to Daniels and the Trump organization's reimbursement to Cohen. According to the court filings, when Cohen faced federal criminal charges, Trump organization executives authorized payments to him totaling $420,000 to cover his original $130,000 in tax liabilities and reward him with a bonus. The company noted the reimbursements was a legal expense in its internal books. Trump has denied knowledge of the payment. Again, statute of limitations have run out. Why didn't you do something before? This allegedly happened in late 2016. What about 2017, 18, 19, or 20? Or 21, or 22? Hush money payments aren't illegal. Ahead of the indictment, prosecutors were weighing whether to charge Trump with falsifying the business records of the Trump organization. So federal prosecutors and New York prosecutors both said, nah, we don't want to touch this case. And for how it reflected the reimbursement of the payment to Cohen, who said he advanced the money to Daniels. Falsifying business records is a misdemeanor in New York. That's another thing. This is only a misdemeanor. This is right up there. This is a New York misdemeanor. It's right up there with shoving somebody in front of a train or punching a stranger in the fucking face. Come in, we get your fingerprints, and we let you go. It's nothing. Prosecutors were also weighing whether to charge Trump with falsifying business records in the first degree for falsifying a record with the intent to commit another crime or to aid or conceal another crime, which in this case could be a violation of campaign finance laws. That is a Class E felony and carries a sentence of minimum of 1 year and as much as 4 years. To prove the case, prosecutors will need to show Trump intended to commit a crime. So now you have to prove intent, and that is hard to do. You would have to put a little tiny microphone into Trump's brain and hear what he's thinking in order to prove intent. And you're talking about payments to a lawyer? Do you think Trump gets on the phone and does business like that? Oh yeah, 130,000? No. Trump ain't doing that. Is this some RICO shit? Is he the head of a criminal organization? Like, yeah, fucking whack that guy over there. Like, he doesn't actually commit the murder, but he's the boss and he told him to do it. So it's some RICO shit. What's going on here? You think Trump actually sent that dude a check for that much money? You think Trump was paying for shit in his campaign? He has people for that. So how are you going to tie him to it? Now you have to prove intent? But we've seen that fail before. What's his name? Derek somebody. He was involved with the patron saint of fentanyl. Remember that whole thing in the summer of 2020? They had to prove intent. They bumped it up to second degree. Fuck that. Prosecute him. We'll convict him anyway. Yeah, I know evidence and stuff like that, but it's emotional. It's what the people want. BLM. Fuck it. Convict him. Cold Brew 406. Thank you, man. Thank you for the Hamilton. Good day, folks. Hey, JG. Think they will go hot on the next GOP candidate? Sad state of affairs, sir. Dang. Yeah, it's real shitty, man. It's shitty for us all. Shitty for us as a country. Shitty for how this looks to the rest of the world. And again, don't forget, we're not the only ones worried about the future of America. There are plenty of countries around the world watching this with bated breath. You know, the countries who we provide a military for them. We have bases in their country to keep them safe and shit like that. If it weren't for us, they'd be speaking a different language. That kind of shit. They want us to succeed too. When America does well, the world does well. But they can't hear any of that. They're rabid dogs. They're focused on their target, and that is it. It's like a hound dog. No, I'm not talking about Maxine Waters, even though she looks like a melted hound dog. But I got it, Tammy. I got it. But hound dogs are known to follow a scent right into traffic and get hit by a car because their head is down and they're so focused on tracking that scent. That's why they have the saggy skin and the floppy ears. It brings the scent molecules into their nose so they can track it better. And they've been known to just walk right out, boom, get hit because they're just so focused. And that's them. Tunnel vision. You know, right when you're about to pass out, shit goes, pew. This is what they have. Trump, 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 Trump. That's it. Fuck the prices you're dealing with and inflation and uncertainty and fiscal downfalls and mishandlings and the sweet and sour sniffles. And why is all our money going over to Ukraine? Forget all of that. Trump, 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 Trump. It's actually pretty fucking sickening. But let's never mind that for a second. Give it up for him. Wetworks57. Thank you, man. You are always in the comments, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you for becoming a member of Green Nation Cool Kids. Trays up. Scoot it down. Got to make room for Wetworks. Got to make room. Okay, make sure I didn't skip any. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're fucking good. So basically, this is basically like what a cat turd looks like in a litter box. You got the turd, and then you got all the kitty litter that sticks to it. So you got this turd with a crunchy outer shell. The turd in the middle is this Stormy Daniels bullshit. And then that's rolled in the kitty litter of, well, he wasn't supposed to pay that money. It was a campaign funds violation, and it was falsifying records, and we have to prove intent. That's what we got. We got a kitty litter covered piece of cat shit here. That's all it is. But that's all they need. I'm telling you, once they get that mugshot, it's over. All these morons you see on TV, all these mouth-breathing dumbasses, those cackling, barren whores on The View. They're going to take that and run. They're going to be flicking those old stinky beans on TV. We got him. Oh, we got him. We got Trump. Oh, we got him. Oh, we got Trump. Oh, I need a cigarette and a sandwich. That greasy lip bitch, Donna Limon, Don Lemon. We got him. We got him. He's indicted. We got. I think his would be more like, oh, we got him. Woo! We got him. Maxine Waters, get down on the good foot. I'm just kidding. Wait a minute. She's not James Brown's stunt double. Oh, shit. I thought she was. She's going to be happy. She's going to be flicking that 83-year-old bean. That's all the dust coming off of it. Nancy Pelosi, she's going to get her big old liver-spotted vodka-filled titties out. We got it. blah. I'm kidding. Let me use her real demonic Satan voice. We got him. We got him. And then at sunset, she'll break free from her concrete shell on top of a Washington, D.C. skyscraper and rain down her vengeance upon the inhabitants of Washington, D.C. You guys stop me when I'm lying. Justin and Des Roches, you're right. It's getting play in here. Take off all your clothes. I am getting so play. I want to take my clothes. I don't make me make it 2003 up in here again. Mike Nelson, thank you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. He says, JG, curious to get your pulse on how this will impact the 2024 party nominee and general election. Media already saying it makes him strong for a Republican nomination, but not for the general election. I think this will ensure his nomination or his nomination for the Republican Party. But for the general election, I think this runs the chance of people who might be on the fence or close to being on the fence are just going to be tired of the bullshit. And it's not even going to be his fault. He didn't bring these charges on himself. He's not the one constantly keeping his name in everybody's mouth and the mainstream mediocres. So I think that might turn some people off, unfortunately. And as long as he's not in the White House, they win. They don't care what condition it's going to leave our country in, what condition it's going to leave people's minds in about the election process or about them weaponizing their power. They don't care about that as long as they keep that orange fucker out of the White House, because he is going to shine the brightest light on all the shit they've been doing. Trump is going to be on a revenge tour. And I think it's necessary. I don't think he's going to lose sight of the policies, and I don't think he's going to not keep us number one in the world while he does this. But shit needs to be done. This is an open wound. Gangrene is setting in. We must scrape out the decrepit flesh. We got to get it out of there. Maybe put some maggots in there to eat it, but we got to clean that wound, pack it, and wrap it so it can heal. So I don't know, man. We'll see. Viva see. Tommy Karate. Hiya! Tommy Karate, thank you, man. He says, if I were DA, I'd be going after Clinton right now. Yeah, you mean to tell me you guys indicted Trump before you indicted Hillary Clinton or Bill Clinton? That should have been the damn former president you went after, you motherfuckers. Bill Clinton? You let him go? That's a sad state of affairs. Deborah Fountain, thank you. She says, we love your show. Not only are you easy on the eyes, great personality, and you're intelligent and know your history. Know your history well, my man. Keep on keeping on, JG. I promise. Thank you very much, Deborah Fountain. I think we got a new member up in there, bench. Pretty sure. Oh, not a new member, a member. Okay, I was the little icon on top was throwing me off, but that's all right. King Booger 94. I love it. Glad to be a part of the proper side of things. What do you mean? What do you mean? You're not on the right side of history. The right side of history is our side, where we tell our truth and everybody gets justice. Fucking turds. That's right, old Sweet Dick Malone. Fucking dead. Oh, my goodness. That shit is crazy, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Baby Harley, Stormy mad she got played. She did. She's mad, and she had to pay his legal fees. I love it. But this is so weird. I don't know how to feel. It's going to take a while to get over the feeling of this, the feeling of what they're doing. Like, who the fuck? Who do they think they are, and why are there not more people, not just elected officials, but more people in general speaking out about this shit? I will tell you one thing. I follow this account on Instagram because sometimes you got to keep your pulse, your finger on the pulse of what the enemy is doing. And surprisingly, there were a lot of people in there once they posted about the indictment that were like, "You guys," I would say it's probably 60-40 idiots to people who have half a brain. Most people were saying, "Oh, got him! You're going to jail." They're just totally fucking. These are the people they're targeting. These are the people they're targeting, the ones who are saying, "Yeah, Trump, you're going to jail. It's about time." For what? They can't tell you what he did, but they're convinced he needs to go to jail. You want them sitting on the jury when you're on trial? You want those stupid idiots on this end? I don't know what he did, but he's guilty. Even Pelosi, drunk ass. She said that she tweeted out that what did that stupid asshole say? No. Hold on a second. I want to make sure I quote this demon properly. This fucking gargoyle. Ugh. And it says this, and I quote: "The grand jury has acted upon the facts and the law." Former Speaker of the House said the grand jury has acted upon the facts and the law. Pelosi, Democrat from California, 83 fucking years old. 83. Shouldn't you be bouncing some great grandchildren on that old crickety knee of yours, you liver spotted demon? Why are you even still in politics? Term limits and age limits. I don't mean to sound like an ageist, but at a certain point, shit breaks down and you need to enjoy the latter part of your life. Get out of here. You're going out to pasture. 83 years old. She goes on to say, "No one is above the law and everyone has the right to a trial to prove innocence." She added, "Hopefully the former president will peacefully respect the system which grants him that right." He doesn't have to prove innocence, you fucking archaic. He doesn't have to prove innocence, Nancy. The burden of proof is on the state. He's already innocent. Why do you not know that? You've definitely been on this earth long enough to know that. You've been on this earth since before television. You've been on this earth since you would run into the house and put your ear to the radio. "Make sure that you go to the store and buy Ovaltine. And don't forget, the Japanese have surrendered. The boys are coming home." That's how old you are. So I know you've been on this planet long enough to know you don't prove innocence because you're already innocent. They have to prove your guilt. But what do you expect? You soak your brain in cheap vodka and tell me how well you type. Soak your brain in vodka that comes in a plastic jug and then tell me how much you know. Wow. Former Speaker of the House, Nancy drunk as shit Pelosi, said that he needs to prove his innocence. Wrong, you jackass. Wrong. That is all wrong. He's already innocent, stupid. Boy, that's a sad state of affairs. She used to be number 3 in line. Can you believe that? She used to be number 3. Shit. People. Stingray, thank you for the Twompski. Says after they are forced to drop the charges, Trump needs to do the YMCA dance. I love it. I'd love for him to just be the most obnoxious person humanly possible after that. And I think when the charges are dropped, if handled properly, I think he can get those people who are on the fence and maybe even some Democrats to come over to his side, if handled properly. Right? He has the ability. Space Truckin' LLC, thank you for the Hamilton good thought. Happy Aloha Friday, JG, and the rest of you on the best and my favorite chat section on YouTube, F. Joe Biden. I agree. And normally I'm not okay with, making fun of the elderly, but shit, you wanted to come center stage, so here you go, you old fart. Here we go. We got another one. J954, thank you again. Said you ever had a girl and met her on a nice hello? You get her name and number, and then you feeling real mellow? You down with AOC? You ain't gonna give up on her, man. Good for you. I'm sure you can take her from that ginger eunuch she's engaged to. Have you ever met a girl and met her on a nice hello? You get a name and number, and then you're feeling real mellow? I guess that's how I should have read that. That's one of those songs you listen to, and that's a dirty ass song. Like I wouldn't listen to that song with my kids because through the whole song, the lady going, "Oh." Wait a minute. Why didn't I hear that when I was in 6th grade at the school dance? I totally missed that part. Ew. Nasty, naughty by nature. Thank you very much, Almendorius. No, this was expected the moment it was hinted at. You damn well knew that because everything else failed, they would use this as a Hail Mary to try and stop him. Willing to bet the trial gets postponed to early 2024. That's another thing they could do is postpone shit. So that way you're distracted over here. What's going on with the Trump trial and not these assholes trying to install somebody in the White House? True that. Be ever vigilant. Thank you, Almendorius. Thank you very much. One more. Thank you for the Hamilton LAPD SWAT 1. Do you believe the Perpstein list will be revealed with the guilty going to jail? When do you expect the conflict with CCCP or Russia to go kinetic with Americans in combat? As long as they're in power, that Perpstein list will stay sealed. We will only be able to speculate because we know who's on the list. We just want to see the list. But as long as they're in power, that won't happen. And I wonder if maybe that's on the menu, if maybe that's on the docket for the Republican-run House, if they can look into that. And a conflict with China, I think if a conflict with China happens, I think it will only go as far as maybe a proxy war with Russia. Like I've said before, Russia has the balls and China has the money. So it will be like a Ukraine thing. We're fighting Russia via Ukraine right now because we're supplying everything for the Ukrainian military, down to their boots and their bullets. So I think China would get behind Russia. And if that happened, I think Russia could totally overwhelm and take out Ukraine completely because they just don't have the soldiers. But a straight up war with us versus China and or Russia without Ukraine as that coke-headed buffer, I don't know if that will ever happen. And not that for no other reason than, it's assured destruction for China and Russia. They'll definitely lose. And if Russia said if we take it too far, they'll use nukes if they feel threatened. So if it comes to that, then it's a wrap for Russia and China. So I think just self-preservation will keep that direct war from happening, if that makes any sense. I fucking hope it does. LAPD swap. Here we go. Boom. Mandy Wesh. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you for the Hamilton. She says, indict Joe Biden for elderly abuse. Damn, there are so many indictments that could have been made. Yeah, for fuck's sake. Do you think there will be a day of vengeance tomorrow? Hey, this isn't America. It was supposed to start today. The Trans Day of Vengeance was supposed to be today and tomorrow. I haven't heard anything yet. I'll definitely check that out. We'll speak on it mañana. But it's supposed to be today at the Supreme Court of the United States. But it doesn't matter what they do, because no matter what, it's peaceful. No matter what. Okay, so here we go. Mousy. Thank you, Mousy. Mousy for the Hamilton. Appreciate it. The Democrats want justice dead. Let's turn their worlds right on their head. Yeah, justice, the Constitution, our rights, our prosperity, and a lot of other things are a threat to them. No longer are they the stuff that they should be pushing for us to enjoy. More rights, more freedom, less taxing, more transparency. All of those things are a threat. They're not just opposition, they're a threat to their existence. What do they say about climate change? It's an existential threat, man. And that's what our prosperity and our rights are to them, for sure. They want it dead and gone. Dead and stinking. Is exactly what they want. Despite the fact that that's not what we want. But we don't matter. Mary Willis, thank you. Appreciate that, Mary. Mary, quite contrary. How did your garden grow? Bet you never heard that before, huh? Oh, no, I'm just Hey, Pixie Puddles, thank you for the 15. And I think this is a very plain statement. Nancy wouldn't know the truth if it smacked her head in the husband. Smacked her husband in the head with a hammer. A lot of H words in there. Are you implying that she's intoxicated? She is. She likes that cheap shit. She could afford the good shit. She could afford the Grey Goose and all that. But she loves that pop-off vodka, the shit that comes in a plastic jug with a handle. Scumbags. So, yeah, we're all kind of waiting on pins and needles to see what happens with this indictment, to see the images of a former president going to be booked and the mugshot. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Okay, I think it's time to giggle a little bit. think it's time for us to chuckle. Shout out to my man Gian here yesterday for Stop the Fuckery episode Trey. And fellas, you know this is true. I don't even need to explain it. Sometimes I love you, internet. Fellas, you know this is true. You know this is true. My dad didn't even have to teach me this. There's a 1 urinal buffer. Now, if you're like an airport or something or a sporting event and there's a hella dudes, yeah, you got to line up. But if it's you, just a couple other dudes, there's a 1 urinal buffer. Tell me I'm lying. That is facts. Don't you dare. If you go to watch a movie with your homeboy or something, same thing with the seat. There's a 1 seat buffer. We're not going to be sitting here accidentally touching each other's hand, reaching for the Coke or the popcorn. Oh, that shit's so funny because it's true. Old Sweet Dick Malone says, Old Sweet Dick PPs in all bathrooms. Hey, man, you can. And they're like, what are you doing? I identify as a woman. Shut up. Oh, sorry. Idiots. Yeah, baby Harley, hell yeah, don't look. Man, you get caught looking, that's a fight. You get caught looking at another dude's dick at the urinal, that's a fight, period. No questions asked. And every man in there will be like, well, shouldn't have looked at his dick. Yes, Mary Willis, thank you for the Twompski. She says this is not about Trump. Democrat weaponization of the media, tech, and now legal system is working beautifully for them. All Republican candidates and voters are now in their crosshairs. Yes, ultimately that's what they want. But Trump is definitely the representative of that. He's the personification of what they want to destroy. And they're hoping by destroying him, that will strike fear in us and we'll stop supporting people like that. And they won't have to deal with this pesky issue anymore. Yeah, 666, man. You got to practice good urinal etiquette. Bottom line. Bottom line. That's how it is. Alien testosterone. Unless it's a Navy ship. Yeah, then we just go and pee on the Marines. You're right about that. Oh, man. Look at this fucking fool. Look at this shit. You just look at this fucking guy. Look at this fucking guy over here. This is remember the video that came out was the day before yesterday where the guy's telling him, right this way, sir, and we're gonna walk down here, and you got your blue X to stand on. There's some people to your left. This is the conclusion of that. This is the conclusion. This is him after he's shaking the hands of these construction workers. Because Biden knows construction. He drove an 18-wheeler. Man, he knows blacks and Puerto Rican and fucking Irish. So these are his people. And this is what he looked like after he was done shaking their hands. La, 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 la. Wait, there's no more people. Where do I go? Jill? Jill! Chocolate chip ice cream. Go with the guys in the suits and the sunglasses. You see that shit? Where are you going? He walks like a fucking old man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, guys, here you go. I recognize you. Did you get that 8-year-old hair for me yet? What the fuck? What was that? Why did he not know where to go? Why did he walk to the end of that line where there were clearly no more people? Why did he look confused when he got there? Why didn't he just turn around and walk with the Secret Service? This must be the biggest headache. His Secret Service must keep a bottle of Pepto-Bismol and a bottle of Tums on him for all the stress and acid reflux that he gives them for going off course. Sir, we're supposed to go here. You took a right. Where is he? Where'd he go? I don't know, man. We told him 8 times to go this way. Oh, he's over there. Hey, guys, where you been? You left me. No, you left us. They don't want to be the first group of Secret Service agents to lose a president. They don't want to lose him. He would probably be lost and walk into a town and like end up in their nursing home and be there for years and they would never find him. Oh, this is nice. All the butterscotch pudding I can eat. You guys have chocolate chip ice cream? Oh, you do? I'll be here forever. Eki boy walks like he shit himself. He walks like an old man. He's 80. You shouldn't be in office when you're 80. Why would you want to? Sir, we're going to need to put you in the White House. Oh, what? This is my house. No, the White House, sir. We're going to put you in the White House. Okay, I'll go to this house that is white as long as I can stay here in the basement the whole time. Yeah. We'll keep you right here. We'll keep the chocolate chip ice cream and the handfuls of 8-year-old strands of hair and the butterscotch pudding coming. You just stay down here until we come and get you. All right. All the chocolate chip ice cream and 8-year-old hair I can stand. Fuck. Brian King be fucking. He's an 80 baby. What the? All right, guys. I got to get out of here. Got to go pick up Junior and his friend from school. Hope you guys have a good Friday. If you do something bad, name it after me. Let's see. Tomorrow, I don't think I'll have a live stream because my son's baseball game is at 11:30. So no live stream mañana. I will see you guys Monday, Jericho Green at locals.com for Major Mondays. Hopefully by then, we will have some more information. I'll probably do a video or two about this as the information comes out. So keep it locked. That's right. Team for Wood, thank you. I didn't leave the left. The left left me, FJB. Yeah. And that's a shitty feeling. That's a shitty feeling when you're forced out of a group, like people in California who are forced out and leave. It's a shitty feeling to be forced out of a group that you want to be a part of, a group that changed on you. They changed around you. Shitty, man. I feel you. But you're welcome here. Come on in. Thank you very much, Game Hinge Patriot, with the 117 and 76 cents. The patriotic C note. Thank you. I really appreciate that, you guys. I appreciate all your time, your contributions, this busy ass chat. Best chat on the damn interweb, hands down. Thank you guys very much. I hope you have a good weekend. Stay tuned right here because I'm going to be putting out some content as we find out what the fuck is going on. And maybe if we're lucky, they'll tell us what he's being charged with. I know. Weird, huh? You were great. I was great. We were great. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.